Hi, everybody, and welcome. It's Friday, and Friday's always a good day. And I'm so pleased to have my friend Ginny here with me today. We're going to talk a little bit about her spiritual work. We're going to talk a little bit about how we know each other. And we're going to do some readings. And is this your first time live, Ginny, anywhere?
No, I have been live with Sun Psychic Jean. And with the Crone Zone.
Oh, excellent. I'm so glad to hear that. That's awesome. So yes. And Ginny is kind of working the same way that Diana Bowles is working, in that she will be glad to be guests, but right now is not planning on starting a channel, but that may change, right? Yeah, that may very well change. Anyway, so I want to say hello to some folks that are already here. Donna Marie, Linda Thompson, and CJ, and Amanda Carroll, and Saruba. Yes, Saruba. We'll get to it after we finish talking. When we start the readings, we'll do your reading for you. Craig Dixon, Mary is here, and Annie Bear is here, and Anna Hutchinson, Davy Jones Locker. Yeah. Anyway, thanks for being here, everybody. And I've got those who want a reading already ticked off. Hi, I'm Steve. Hi, Sonia. It's nice to see you. Please join me in welcoming Ginny to the show. And Judy. I see Judy there. Thank you. So, Ginny, is this something that you've been toying with for many, many years?
I have a quiet story, and mine's not one of those. I was walking down somebody, and it's I've always been, and didn't and not thought about it or put it into words. My dad and I had a really strong psychic connection, much to my mother's annoyance, I think, when she was trying to hide things and do stuff like that. But you don't notice it. You cannot observe yourself. You can't experience yourself. And then I've had friends, through the years and stuff that will say, well, how did you know that? Or I'll call them up and say, what's going on? Without thinking about what that really meant. It was just an accepted part of my life. And when I moved to Iowa in 1992, there was a psychic fair that started down in Des Moines. And so for the grins and giggles of it, I would go down each year when it was there, just to hang out. And
sure.
over time you get to know people, because I'd save up my money and I'd go down for some readings, because it's always interesting.
Sure.
And the most interesting thing is I would pick three different things each year to do. Just for grins and giggles, just my own little private study, and there would be a theme each time.
Okay.
Different people would come up with the same thing. So each time would be a theme, which kind of, is a validation then of what's going on. Well, over years, then I get to know these people, and finally they say to me, you're on the wrong side of the table.
I was told that.
No, not me.
Yeah.
Oh, no, not me. You need to be doing this. Oh, no, not me. Oh, no,
I don't know how to do that.
Not me. To where some of them wouldn't even read for me anymore, because they'd say, no, you sit down and read for me. No, not me. But hanging out with that, and you get to know people. Well, then it was probably in the end of 2022, I follow Rick Levine and Steve Judd, that are astrologers. And so, YouTube helps you expand who you're going to be listening to by offering suggestions. And I discovered Intuitive Kim. And so I was watching Intuitive Kim, and it was at the time when she was helping other channels grow, and she was suggesting people to check out. And one of them was Heart and Soul Connected.
Oh, wow.
So then I'm watching Heart and Soul Connected, and she happens to have Sun Psychic Jean on. And so I watched it a couple of times with Sun Psychic Jean. And Jean was doing, she did a fundraiser for a member of the community who was just getting started card reading, and was in between jobs and needed some help. And Jean offered for readings if you would donate to the member of the community. So I did that, because I'm always up for a reading, right? It's fun.
Yeah.
So I did that. And so I meet Jean, and she says, you need to be in my study group, in my practice group. I said, oh, are you kidding? Huh? Because you're like big people on YouTube. You and Allie, you're important people. You do
Oh,
this stuff for
wow.
real and professionally. And so then my first time then in her group, I meet none other than Valerie Bradshaw,
Right.
the Illumination Portal. And she
Right.
says to me, oh, you need to be also over here. And so that's how I got into
Oh,
this
the
whole
double
thing.
whammy.
Yes,
Okay.
all the double whammies. And so you just have to follow it. You just
You
have to,
do.
one
Yeah.
thing I have in retrospect, I can now see where I was being guided to make decisions to go where I needed to go, that if I'd thought about it, I would not have ever done it.
No, that's a
Yeah.
really important
Yeah.
thing to say, because when I started my channel, I wasn't doing readings. That wasn't my impetus.
Yeah.
And so, and I never knew that I would,
Yeah.
so yeah. So we just don't know. We're just guided, and we have to trust that they know more than we do. And
Well, and
apparently
it's
they
just, and I didn't even have enough awareness that I'm thinking my guides are guiding me. It's
Right,
just, I
right.
know that it's kind of like, okay, I got to go do this over here. And I haven't stopped to think
Mhm.
about it. Now I can label that. Now I
Right.
have more words to add to what I'm doing and stuff. So
That's right.
yeah.
That's right. Yeah.
So I took my
And
first,
go
I
ahead.
took my first card class just because I thought it would be fun and I knew the instructor. And that's just, I dipped my toe in
Mhm.
playing. So
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
playing.
That's the fun part. It
Yeah.
is.
Yeah.
And then, of course, working with the groups, you get to practice doing those
Yes.
things so that you feel more comfortable with it. Fascinating, Ginny. And of course, I think you were in the mediums class with the
The
last time.
dreams.
The dreams you were
The dreams.
definitely.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, you've been, and I think I asked you about that. And of course, when you are in that dream chat, you know what you're doing. You really do. And
I'm a
it's
rhetorical analyst. I'm a
I know.
rhetorical analyst from my spirit core, to my physical core. Yeah.
Yeah. Yep. There you go. And that's wonderful.
Yeah.
Um, and you had told me at that time, you're pretty much getting tools for your toolbox. And that's
Yeah.
what you did.
Yeah.
Yeah. Which you continue to do. So yes, wonderful. So what a great explanation. And thank you so much for letting us know. But I can say that you and I pretty much were the same like I knew I was interested. I knew I loved it. I knew I had it. My mother was the one that had more intuition than my dad. She knew when my brother was, he was in Vietnam and a house fell on him. He was a firefighter over there. And she woke right up out of bed and screamed for my brother.
Oh,
So
wow.
my mother had those kinds of experiences.
Yeah.
And my dad was more the logical Gemini side, but he liked travel and other things. So he and I had those interests. And my mother was very, very, she started reading Ruth Montgomery books in the 60s. Do you remember
Oh,
her? Ruth
the
Montgomery?
name is familiar. Yeah.
Yeah, she's the one that talks about walk-ins and
Yeah.
reincarnation and other things. Yeah. So yeah, it's fabulous. It really is. So, all right, I'm clicking all you boxes here for everybody and CJ. All right, let me tell you guys who I have so far. And so I have Saruba, Davy Jones, Linda Thompson, Sonia, Judy, Annie, Donna, and Denise, and CJ. And with gratitude, we appreciate you. Thank you so much. Yes, everybody. Sonia says, nice to see you live, Ginny. Yeah, I'm sure a lot of people have seen you around. Let's put it that way. Yeah. So,
Well, yeah.
yeah. Either in a class or if you've been on with the Crohn's and with Jean. Jean is so funny too, because Jean was not quite ready to do what she did when I said, come on my channel, and she's like, well, I'm just practicing. Yeah. But she did anyway. And it was trial by fire, and she wore a fireproof vest. So she was fine.
She does so great.
she
She's
really
great
does.
to work with.
She really is. Yeah. Yeah. Absolutely. All right. Yes. Hello, Juno. I hope you're all right, sweetheart. Yes. Oh, yes. I love doing this, CJ. I absolutely love bringing people in. So if you decide you want to come in, or anybody else that's here, you just reach out to me, because that's what this place is all about. Plus, we get to meet the people that we might be talking to in the chats.
Well, yes.
Yeah. So give me 1 second, Ginny, and I have to tell my husband that somebody's here to pick up something. I apologize. Right back. I'll be right back.
That's okay.
All right. You don't have to worry.
I need a pretty background like Allie has.
Here you go, Rosario. I'm in a meeting right now. I'll leave this for you, okay? Okay, thank you.
Hello, Miss Juno, and everybody else in there that's saying hello to me.
All right, I'm coming. So sorry. Bring someone on and then walk away. That's a nice thing to do. I apologize. Anyway, yeah. Ginny's got the Iowa Borealis lights.
Yeah. It's a reflection from my chandelier that's up here, and so it comes down. So yeah, the Juno and the others have named it the Iowa Borealis.
Yes, Ginny lives in Iowa, Teacher Barbara. Yes. Donna says, can you put up hearts on the wall and then add twinkle lights? Oh, look at, they've already got you wanting to build it.
I told them, I said, I need a pretty background like you do.
It took me a while to get this one going. And of course, when people, when I go on a Zoom meeting with somebody that's not related to YouTube, I always get people going, is that your Christmas tree?
It's whatever. Well, and I'm envious of your card rack behind you.
Oh,
what? That's just your
what
card rack. Your rack.
Oh, my
behind
card
you.
rack. Yes, you know, this is a brochure rack that I got. Yeah, and look, I got this too. Isn't this gorgeous? That's
beautiful.
Green Tara. Yeah, no, this card rack has saved my life, even though I have like walls and walls of more cards over here. I try to, turn them in and move them around.
It's an addiction. It's an addiction.
It is an addiction.
Be warned, anybody out there that wants one card deck, there's no such thing as one card deck.
Yep. And Gerald puts up a disclaimer, on his channel. He'll say, I'm not responsible. Please buy responsibly. Yeah.
Yes.
All right. So we'll go ahead and start the readings. I do want to say that I'll have to close it after Vicky Petrie because we just won't have time. I mean, we'll do the best we can here. And I want to say, Steve, I'm glad you're hanging out with Mom. I'm sorry. At least one person has COVID again. Oh, God. I hope she's okay. She's in a nursing home. So, yes. And Juno, I'm so sorry. I am so very sorry that you have to cross over your second dog. And the community sends you lots and lots of love for that. Yeah. All right. So here we go. Let's get it started. So the first reading we have to do today is Saruba. And Saruba is a male, just so you know. Saruba, what kind of reading do you want? Do you want a relationship reading? That's what you usually ask for. So let us know. Yes, Davy, I've got yours there. And I don't know if you have you're next, a spirit message. Okay, we'll do you next, Davy. Yep. But Saruba, are you here? If not, we'll move on and go back to Saruba. Let's see. It's yeah, you are here. What kind of reading did you want? A relationship reading, Saruba, or just a general reading? What kind of reading, please? All right. It takes a few minutes. There's a delay. All right. So Saruba, Davy, then Linda Thompson, then Sonia, and we'll do some more. But just be ready, those people. All right. Relationship reading would be nice. Okay, then that's what you'll get. Very good. Thank you so much. All right. I want to send a shout. Hi, Linda De Gonzalez. It's good to see you. I want to send out a shout out to everybody, especially those people in California right now that are enduring what they are enduring. And also to say that I guess there was an earthquake in San Francisco today. So California is getting hit really bad. And so I want to make sure that everybody knows to send prayer. Others of you also in some of the snowier areas. I'm sending you, Diana told me she's getting 2 snowstorms back to back in Michigan. So let's see what we got here, Saruba. If you want to go, Ginny, you go. If not, I can't.
No, that's fine. I have a deck of cards, Saruba, that's called "What's the Vibe?"
Oh, cool.
That it's what came out because I picked by random, and it's envy.
Oh, okay.
It's envy.
Mm-hmm.
And it's also resentful, competitive, discontent. So discontent in there. So envy was something. But before we get into that, so I reached over to a little bit brighter deck, the Law of Attraction cards.
Oh, yeah.
I cannot create in the experience of another. And it reads, you cannot create in the experience of another because you cannot think their thoughts. What you can do for them is set the example of joy. Become a being who thinks only of that which you are wanting, who speaks only of that which you are wanting, and who does only that which you are wanting, and therefore brings forth only joyful emotions. So if you having so if you're asking the same question all the time, then you have to figure out the why it is that you keep asking it instead of doing something about it, because you've had several answers. If you keep, and by the way, I get kind of like right to the point.
That's okay.
I try to. So it's kind of like there needs to be some self-reflection in there. That do you really want what it is you think you want, and you haven't identified it yet? So it is think things that you do want instead of saying, why don't I have a relationship? It is joy and gratitude in the relationships you have, that you want more relationship. You want more people to have relationships with. And then you switch that vibration and it goes higher.
I love that. I do. And I kind of got the same message here too, Ginny. Mine, first one I have is the Scorpion, where it says you'd like to control how things turn out. And so again, you're not allowing that to be let go. So you've got to let it go, Saruba, and be available to whatever it is that comes in for you. And the next card was a double-edged sword, and a double-edged sword means it has its good and bad things about it. And so, sometimes you might have somebody come in, but that person isn't the right person, and you're not accepting that they are going to be different than the way you'd like them to be. And so it says here, this is why you're locked out a lot, because you have an idea perhaps of how you want this to be. And it's okay to have desires that you would like to have a relationship, but make sure that you understand that, as Ginny said, you can't control other people's emotions. You have to, just simply know that isn't always available. So
as you said that, Allie, it came to me that perhaps it's a case of setting up the rules and the conditions that nobody can meet.
Well, that's true. That's very true. When I first met my husband, he smokes, and I don't like people smoking. And I'm like, nope, don't want to have anything to do with you. But everything else was fine. And he smokes outside. So
it goes back to that. You need to really reflect what it is you really do want.
That's right. That's right. Yep, absolutely. Hi, Jean. We're here. Thanks, Saruba. Thank you very much.
Yes.
Thank you, Ginny. All right. So Davy Jones would love a spirit message. All right. Linda Thompson, you are next. Do you have a specific reading that you'd like? If so, please put put it in, or you just want a general? Let us know. All right. You're welcome, Saruba. Good. Thanks for being here, Davy. Ooh, it's pretty good energy here. What I've got for you, Davy, is that yours. Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead. No, you go ahead. You go
we
ahead.
kind of got a disconnect. It says you have the power to create the life you love. Remember that you have the power. And
Beautiful.
so the gemstone card is the Koh-i-Noor diamond mistake.
Mm-hmm.
Anyone who's never made a mistake has never tried anything new. So you have the power. Just do it.
Wow. That's fabulous. That's fabulous. I love it. I love it when we're told we have the power and we just need to make manifest. I'm getting the same kind of thing from Spirit. They are delighted with you and the work that you do. This is like a maypole that they're going around. It's like they're dancing around you with delight, saying it's your time right now. The next one they are saying is infuse your energy because it's present and available to you. And you don't have to rewrite anything. This is a simplicity card. So it doesn't have, you can make a very simple change or go into a very simple way of doing things. And that's just as good as grand gestures. So there you go. That's wonderful.
That was a beautiful card.
These cards are gorgeous. And they're, of course, here we go again. They're Soul Coaching by Denise Lynn. And they're just gorgeous. I know. Yeah, I know I'm Gilbert. It's nice to see you. I want to say hi to those of you I did not say hello to, and thank you for being here very much. Linda Thompson, did you write? Hi, Hero. Nice to see you. Linda Thompson, did you put something in? Otherwise, you're going to get a regular reading then. All right. You're welcome, Davy. Sonia's next, then Judy, then Annie. Okay. Linda Thompson. Mm-hmm. Ah, okay. All right. Okay, Linda, thank you, honey. You want me to go or are you ready?
Go right ahead. You can go right ahead.
All right. The first card I get for you is, Linda, is use your imagination. Either that or you've been using your imagination to manifest whatever needs to be done. Look out the window there. It's like you got a window into the world. They're also saying that you are very equanimous, which means you just accept people for who they are and what they are. And people really like you because you have equanimity. I'm sorry. I love these old cards. They're like from the 40s. I mean, the pictures are. Are you feeling stuck about something, Linda? Is something you're feeling? And then I pulled a card to see where, and it says your home. So if you're feeling stuck with moving forward in some aspect of your life, you need to look at that and see if you can free that up. Or it might be that you're just sort of stuck because it's winter and you're not going anywhere and you're just hunkering down and taking care of what needs to be done.
I pulled two cards that are both have green on it, and you had a card that had a lot of green on it. I find that kind of fascinating.
Yeah.
I picked out of the Animal Guide Tarot deck, and I got the cow. Mm-hmm. The planning, resources, and efforts you've invested in your dream. Let me start over. The planning, resources, and efforts you've invested in your dream will reap great rewards. In the meantime, have patience and meditate on your next step, which is maybe the getting stuck part of it. And so here's the cow. See all that green?
Oh, yeah. I love that. I love cows. Oh, my God. They are.
And then out of the law of attraction deck, I picked up my dream thoughts are not creative thoughts. Whatever you are thinking and therefore feeling, and that which you are attracting is always a match. Also, what you are thinking and feeling in the dream state and what is manifesting in your life experience is always a match. Your dreams give you a glimpse into what you are creating, but you are not in the process of creating while you are dreaming. In other words, get unstuck and make a plan.
She says she's stuck. She's got cards, but she's stuck. Maybe you can help her move through that by telling her how you moved through that, Jenny, when you were stuck.
You just lie to yourself and tell people you're playing with them, and then you just do them.
That's absolutely
don't
right.
do it seriously. Don't do it seriously. Just play with it. You can, just kind of like, I'm just going to play with them.
And that's what Jean did. That's what Jean did when she was doing readings in the very beginning. And I said to her, don't worry, I'll tell people you're learning. You're just learning and you're working on it and you're practicing. And so there you go, girl.
I need to turn on my light.
Okay. All right. Thanks, Linda. I'm sorry. It's Annie Bear that's going to come. So Sonia first, then Judy, then Annie Bear. I do have you on the list, though, Annie Hamlet. So we'll get to you. Yeah. All right. Beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful. So messages from the elementals. That's lovely. I love that.
Ooh, I'm going to have to go get another deck. While you do yours, I'll be Another deck.
Another deck. I'm going to bring in the Sacred Crow. That's what I'm going to do. Because I know I won't be able to find my elemental deck. But here we go. What's the Crow's one? Ooh. Oh, wow. I love these cards and what they say, Sonia. They're funny. There's a cat here that the crows are coming around. Look at the cat's face. It's like, what are you doing? Coming and jumping all over me. They're getting into some mischief. The crows are. So the elementals want you to know that this is the time of year that you can get into many, many ways of mischief. Listen for them. They'll leave little signs for you. They'll bring you what you need and make sure you ask. But don't be afraid to bring in the mischief. And it says here, we'll bring you an abundance of mischief. How about that? And these pictures are of crows carrying in a whole bunch of fish. And what are fish? Spiritual stuff. Ooh. It says here, you can push against the resistance, but only you can do that. So if you want the elementals to come in, make sure that you're not resisting them by saying, oh, I don't have time today, come tomorrow. In other words, be open to whenever they come. All right. Awesome. Take your time. You're fine, Ginny.
I should have listened earlier to myself when I thought I should bring my fairy cards. And no, I won't need those.
Of course not.
As you're reading your first card, and I'm shuffling, but what should pop out is ask for what you want. Let the universe and other people know what you need. When you were talking about asking for what you need.
Oh, look at that.
Isn't that pretty?
That. That's adorable.
It's from a card deck person that I don't usually buy from because she kind of like betrayed the community. So I will not even give her name.
Okay. I know who you're talking about. Somebody from many years ago. Yeah.
Yeah, many years ago and stuff like that and stuff like that. So, but anyway, the other card that I took was goodbye to the old, hello to the new. So a timely card.
Yeah.
You've finished one part of your life and now a new and even better part is beginning.
Wow. Look at that, Sonia. That's awesome. I love that. Nice little, and I think we are all stepping into, well, we certainly are stepping into a new year and new energies.
Yeah.
Some of us are still carrying some of the energy from last year, like myself. But I'm working on it.
I have a card. I have a couple of decks that cover that energy really
You
well.
do? Okay.
But they're not.
There's your
They're not
shadow.
nice. They're not nice cards. They're salty.
And crows talk to you outside every time. They know you. You know the crows know who you are. If they've seen you once, they will remember you no matter where. When. So there you go. All right. Thank you so much. All right, Judy. Can I ask where I should focus my energy on learning in my awareness? Certainly. Yeah. The fact that you want to do that, Judy, will bring you an it's funny, if you listen to what Ginny said, she kind of let spirit tell her as she went along, and all of us, and that's what happened to me too, but it's okay to get a little help if we need it. So all right.
I can go ahead and go if you're ready.
Okay. I have happy endings, the end of a chapter. I'm seeing that is very, very true for you, Judy, that you are moving from one chapter into a much better chapter in the last month or two that you've been on here with all of us. The second one is, this is going to bring you some peace and contentment. So once you get that peace and contentment, then you are free to choose how you want to use your time and which area you want to use it in. But they're saying there's so many things to choose from. Look at this. It says logic and evaluation is not always. Look for the synchronicities.
I love that card.
I know, isn't it gorgeous? I mean, you could, there's your third eye over here, and you've got reading, and you've got the stars, you've got everything. There's so much you don't even know where to start. So start by listening to the synchronicities and see where they put you. Yeah. Yep.
I pulled from the Past Life Energy Oracle deck by Sandra Ann Taylor.
Oh, yes. I just got that too.
She is fantastic. If people need to look her up, she is really neat. So I pulled 3 cards, but I also got a really big hit and also personal part of that. Anyway, so what you bringing, these cards represent what you're bringing into your life, to this life from previous lives. Ancient wisdom and understanding. So look up Archangel Metatron and learn about him, and you can kind of get maybe some ideas. But also, you're out of balance. And I'm going to get back to this one because the third card was Shaman. So this would be healing. And there's lots of ways of healing. Healing energy can be the words that we use. It can be the modalities like Reiki or things like that. But with this one, with the out of balance, you're looking for the thing you should do. And there is no the thing. There is no there is no the. So I cannot tell you how many times I have sat in someone's chat room and asked the very question you just did. Oh, what should I study? And the answer is, does it make any difference? Just start.
Right. That's what this card says.
So just start. So in your heart of your hearts, there's something that you really resonate to, that you keep looking at, that you have literature on or cards for, or whatever it is. Just start. You can't go wrong. It's just like, as Allie said for me, that I'm just tools in a toolbox.
Yep. And Annie Bear is saying that she wants to learn Reiki this year. Well, 2 years ago, I took a Reiki class, and it expanded my ability to figure out how to do other things. It just it really opened me up. And I only have Reiki 1, but that whole process just really, it was great. I felt like I could do mediumship. Yeah.
I have thought about that, but I've been narrow-minded in it, just to do that with that, but to use it as an avenue to add. Okay.
Yeah. And I know Juno also does Jinjitsu. I can never say it right, but it's kind of like energy work as well.
Yes. Yes.
And
she remembers so much, and
she does.
If I could just remember what she tells us to do.
Well, I know it's all about the fingers and the thumb.
Well, or where you hold.
Yep. Hold your baby thumb or hold your Jin Shin Jitsu. Thank you, Juno. Yeah. So, but it's like a Reiki thing. And so, yes, anyway. So there you go. All right. Thank you so much. So Annie Bear, you would love a reading on your writing. Wow, you're doing writing, Annie. I'm so glad to hear, as a writing professor. I love hearing that. Oh. It's so funny. I started a class this week in research writing, and some of the people that are coming to the class are teachers that need to get a what's the word? A refresher course, I guess. And very interesting to see and they're like, oh my God, I don't know if I can do this. And I'm like, you guys, you're teachers. Oh my Lord. All right. Let's see. Oh, this is fascinating. Oh. What you got?
I just enjoyed the cards so much.
I know,
because you get such validation within the cards, and when you're working with more than one person and it comes together, and it never ever ceases to amaze me. Never ceases to amaze me. So, out of what's the vibe? It's waves.
Oh,
and it's emotions, worry, and fear, and you need to follow the waves of that, but don't, when you get down, don't self-doubt, just keep going. Don't delete or let it just come through and come out and in your writing.
Let it flow.
Don't think that it has to be a certain way, and I'll get back to that. And then out of the messages of Cosmic Oracle, it says, you are too amazing to follow everyone else. So your written voice is unique.
It is.
Forge your own path. And I have to tell you this, because while you have the writing instructor on one side, you have the speech instructor on the other side. And I'm the speech instructor because I cannot spell and I cannot punctuate.
But I can't. I'm not very good at punctuation myself, really, truth be told. But that's awesome.
But at that, the voice. So whether you're speaking or whether you're writing, you have a certain voice, and your voice is yours. So, and this is so evident when you get going that somebody should be able to pick up your stuff and they'll know it's yours 10 years later.
That's right.
Because it's so unique. So don't follow anybody else. Don't copy anybody else. Just be you.
Just be you. There's another thing I have my students read, and it's by Annie. She's a funny writer. Anyway, Annie something, but it's called Shitty First Drafts. and it just says every first draft is shitty, no matter how long you've written. And I really love it because it just takes us down and says, oh, good. Nothing has to be perfect ever. So I get you are safe. Yeah.
Yeah. I was going to say, when we read somebody's book, we read it after it's gone through that.
That's right. We do. Absolutely.
We see the finish, not the beginning.
We see the finish. That's right. So you are safe. They're saying you are surrounded by the universe who is protecting you and wanting you to move forward, that you are going to be an extremely good resource for people, that they're recognizing that you are at the outset of this particular journey. But at the outset, we're fresher, we're more interested in what's expanded horizons are going to be and where we're going with it. And it says eventually you're just going to escape into this writing and going to feel so much, so much power in that this becomes a joy for you. It's not, it's not a worry anymore. So you're welcome. Yeah. Yeah, be yourself. That's right, Annie. That's right. All right. So I have Donna Marie. Then after we'll have Denise Fletcher, CJ, Mary, and then Annie Hamlet. So you can just tell me that you're here, please. That would be awesome. Message for Donna Marie from Spirit. And Donna Marie is another one. Annie Bear, of course, has a channel. Donna Marie has a channel. We have a lot of channel people in here, including Juno and Jean and gosh, everybody. We got a lot of people in here that have channels. So, all right.
See, that's why I'm a freelancer.
There you go. Yeah.
I'm a freelancer.
You can be on everybody's channel. There you go.
I can be on everybody's channel.
Then that's what Diana does. So that's great. So I see you, Donna, as being in your new season in life, and I love this, and I think that's very true from what I know of you anyway. And you know, we may be in winter season, but for you, this has to do with spiritual seasoning, and so you've moved into that. You got the escape card too, even though I did shuffle here, and they're saying this is going to be your escape, what your channel will do, because they really admire that you have created it and that you have it there available to you. Even though you have to do your regular job like I do, it's still good because you've got the place to go, and it's going to be very, very fulfilling for you. And I love this because she's holding on to apples. So I wonder if things are going to grow exponentially by up until the fall. So we'll take a
wow
for that.
You are brilliant.
Oh, wow. Look at that peacock. Wow.
You are brilliant. So fan your tail, Donna. Flash it around. Flash it around. But it's the patterns here. It's a pattern and a pattern and a pattern that it all repeats. So it's fractal.
Right. Oh yeah.
So, and the stuff like that, because what you're doing, so you're brilliant in all that. You're brilliant in all that you are and do, and you need to recognize that, because you have additional ideas that you've got running around in your mind. I'm getting here, and you need to flesh those out, kind of, and go with that. And then the other card I got is live your life with both feet in. Commit fully to being here.
Awesome.
So you're brilliant, but be solid about that. Stand on solid ground, and be confident that you are what you are, where you are doing what you're supposed to be doing.
That's fabulous. I enjoyed this because you and I are kind of like boom, boom, boom. I'm the same way as you are. Yeah. Yeah, I am. Yeah. Oops. Oh, darn it. Where did it go? All right. So Denise Fletcher is next. And of course, I knocked her comment off because let me get back there. I know that she's going through a spiritual crisis right now, and she's needing a bit of faith. So let me see if I can find it again.
Oh, here I remember reading.
Yes, here it is. All right. I really need a reading of faith and belief of the possibility to manifest positive results for the beginning of 2025. You know, most of that has to come from Denise. You know that already, though. She's got a really powerful llama that she worked for in the past, who she used to clean his house. He's on the other side. And he's a Buddhist Lama, and I think he just stands ready to help her in any way that he can. Wow.
Denise, while I'm doing the cards here and listening to Allie and stuff, I have this picture. Tide, the water goes in and out. And we can become overwhelmed by the wave, or we can be at a loss because there is no wave. And so there's kind of a cycle thing. I'm not being very, very profound or poetic right now. You are in a time of quiet so that you can reflect.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just be quiet and reflect. You don't have to do anything or think anything right now and worry about manifesting, because you've been doing it and you will continue to do it. It's you're in an in-between time. I pulled from the past life energy deck, and it's you brought in creativity and the arts with you. And perhaps if you would, I don't know if you're musical or if you're a painter or whatever it is that you do, but there's something. You might not think it is artsy, but there's something that you do that people call you creative for, that maybe you just need to touch that again, because there's something waiting to come through to you, to awaken in you, but you have to quiet your mind first. And sometimes the best meditation is to do these things, and it will come, because you're trying too hard. And then the other one from the Law of Attraction deck, which I thought was appropriate, is words do not teach. My life experience teaches. Words do not teach. It is life experience that brings you your knowing. Reflect into your own past experience and begin watching for the correlation between the words you are reading here and the life experiences that you have lived. Have you been mostly thinking, speaking, writing, and observing that which pleases you or not? So that's in the manifesting kind of sort of thing. Just let it be quiet, especially in this chaotic energy that we got going, whether you're, astrology, just look at it astrologically. We can take all the politics or whatever, just look at it astrologically.
Astrologically,
It is
a mess.
it just is. It just is. And you just are right now. And painter and writer. Well, so get out those colors, get out and just do something, and let that calm come over you. And then whatever it is that you're worried about or want to manifest, then you'll have the idea how to do it.
She says she's setting up a cave in her house, and she talks to Gaelic every day, and that Gaelic and her got stoned one night.
Well, there you go.
There you go. Yeah, he used to smoke.
I think you're on the right path, and you're worried about not being. I think you just need to relax in it. There's a special painting about ready to come out.
Yeah, I agree. I got leadership here too, Denise. You are a very big leadership in your area where you are. And she does do readings at least she had been doing readings at a store. So the next one I get is beauty. This reminds me of the backdrop, Denise, when you and I have talked before on Zoom. She has sort of like this beautiful outside backdrop. And they're reminding you, Gaelic's reminding you, make sure that you see the beauty in yourself and in the world around you, and just knock out the rest of it. It doesn't matter. And see all of this is just an adventure waiting for you. Finally, it says you are going to be very nourished by this process, because we do have to take the time to do it. It may not feel immediate, but it's available and ready for you. Yeah. So there you go. And she has a channel as well. So there you go. We got lots of folks with channels in here. All right. So CJ, may I have a message regarding my spiritual development? Okay. Take all the other messages we just gave, and then we'll give you an extra one.
Amen.
It's funny. So many of us are getting similar messages. Ooh, all right. Oh, I like this, CJ. I get first, realize that you are peaceful, content, and in harmony with where and when you should go anywhere. But then look what happens once you understand that you are peaceful and whatever comes will be good for you. Grab the enthusiasm that comes in. And I'm seeing all these beautiful butterflies, and I'm thinking to myself, ooh, so if you have to be peaceful for another few months, spring looks particularly busy. So there you go. And they're saying, know where your sanctuary is when things get overwhelming. for me, my sanctuary is actually hunkering down in my bed with blankets on and coloring in my adult coloring books. So yeah, that's my sanctuary. Everybody's is different.
Okay, so as Ellie's reading and I pull a card from the past life energy deck, we get Archangel Raguel.
Okay.
Justice, discipline, and harmony.
Wow.
Which is kind of
that's what I had.
Allie was saying.
Yeah.
It's the harmony, because and that's twice we've done that I put that I get the word and stuff for that. And I think more here, the justice is justice to yourself and balance, because the phrase that came to me when I was reading your question is, in the back of your mind, and I can relate to this, is the question, but what do I do with it?
Yeah.
What do I do with it? You just enjoy it, is what you do with it. You don't have to have a purpose. In our culture, we think we have to have a person, a purpose, a reason, a product at the end of it. And no, you don't. Just live it. So your spiritual development is how you live your life and what you bring into your life. The next card that I pulled was one next step. So you just have to step. So so there's something that you're interested in and what you want to do. This isn't like, it's like every time I'm on somebody's show, I get this panic of kind of like, oh my God, what's the answers? What am I going to do? What am I going to say? You can't study it. It's not a test. You don't know till you're here and you have to question. That's what your spiritual development is like, because you just have to like be open to it. Take a walk, whatever it is in your life, CJ, that is of interest to you, you've already been doing, or you wouldn't ask the question.
Yes.
The people who need help with their spiritual development are the ones that don't know what to ask.
True that. And there's an old Chinese proverb that says, the journey of 1,000 miles starts with a single step. And so, we don't have to know where we're going. Isn't that a beautiful thing? Yeah.
How you live your life. Yes. And the last card, what has your inner voice been asking of you? Listen and act.
Yes. Only you know where you need to go, but sometimes you don't need to know.
Well, and you can't experience, like I said at the beginning, you cannot experience yourself.
Right.
I can't do a reading for myself and go, oh, you were brilliant. How did you know? That doesn't work. So my guess is that you've been developing all along, and you just, take a class from Allie or from any of the other wonderful people that are out there, and just take that next step, one next step.
That's right. And there you will be. So that's beautiful. Thank you so much. So, Mary, are you still here? Regular Mary, small Mary, don't know your last name. So make sure you tell me. I think you did tell me. I know Annie's here. Next, I have Vicky Petrie, Linda de Gonzalez, and Norm. If you're still here, we'll see if we can answer yours. Okay, Mary. Thank you, hon. Thank you so much.
Oh, yes, we have to do Norm when we get down there, because I have his answer.
Oh, good. I love it. All right, Mary. The first one I get is impeccability. And it's when we strive to be impeccable, we strive to do the best job we can do in the circumstances we find ourselves in. And of course, we like to try to be as impeccable as we can with our ethics and with our compassion and those sorts of things. But they're saying that you carry the ability to do things in an impeccable manner. So, you might want to look into how that might work for you. The second one is, and Ginny will like this because it's communication. It's a communications teacher. So this little girl is talking with a tiger. And, I don't know that after Siegfried and Roy and what happened to them, I don't think I'd want to be too close to a tiger. But you have the ability, perhaps, Mary, to do animal communication. That's a possibility, okay, if you're interested in it. And it says, you know what the truth of your life is. You have those abilities, and you're leaning toward it and growing with it as each day goes by.
I need to pull one more card here. Sometimes the cards pick me.
Yeah, they do.
And what's the vibe? I got suffering and silence, unspoken desires, real feelings, or broken dreams. There's something in the back of your mind and in the bottom of your heart is kind of the phrase that comes to mind here, that that you need to open the door and shine the light on. I'll put it in a positive tone here, that you need to be honest with yourself about something or someone or some situation that, and once you let it out, it's not going to be what you've made it out. No, your ego, because our ego lies to us. I'm sorry, our ego lies to us, plain and simple. The ego's job is to make you either grandiose or sad or whatever. And so this is a false ego thing. Whatever this is a false ego thing. And I don't want you to get all depressed or anything like that about it. The next one is petrified wood, which is lost. It's only after we've lost everything that we're free to do anything. So whatever this is preventing you from doing what you really want. The word shame just came. Are you holding some false shame? Shame is an interesting concept. We shame ourselves. We let other people shame us. We're ashamed of something. Maybe it's crazy. And sometimes it's over the silliest things.
We're harder on ourselves.
Yeah, we're harder on ourselves.
Yeah.
So out of the Law of Attractions deck, then I got by segment intending, I can expand my time. As you become efficient with your segment intending, in other words, you take different segments of your life and intend little things as you go along, you will expand your usable time by being clear about what you want during each important segment of your day. You will harness the law of attraction to do its work, and it will require far less time for you to accomplish much, much more, which brings us back to this. Are you thinking you're not accomplishing anything because you don't get anything done? Maybe. Only you can answer that, Mary. But whatever it is, these are all related. And here's your solution.
Once you do one thing, it will move into the next part of it.
Don't try to do it all at once. Just do a little bit at a time.
Yeah. And absolutely remember that you've done nothing to be ashamed of, because we're harder on ourselves than we are on anyone else always. And we're silly about it. We're too silly about it. So yeah. All right, Mary. Thank you, dear. All right. So we have Annie Hamlet. Would love a message. All right, Annie. I'm guessing you just want a general message as well. Let's see what we got for you. All right. Ooh. I love this. This is a beautiful card. And what it reminds me of is, if I could do something to go get back on a swing and just swing and swing and swing like a little girl with my feet kicking and up in the air, I would love to be swinging on that swing. So this is like lighten your load and enjoy the freedom like you did as a child when you were on a swing. We didn't have any worries. We had no problems when we were little, and we loved being on a swing. I used to do it so high sometimes that the whole swing set would move. So there's that. They're also saying you have the power Look at this elephant, beautiful elephant, saying you have the power to do anything you want to do. Don't you doubt it. Don't ever doubt it. And then we get purification. And so this will purify and point you in the direction that you need to go if you allow yourself to be free and recognize that you have the power to do what it is you want to do.
Clear your mental and physical clutter. You will feel so much better because your wish has been granted. What you've asked for is coming true. Let your ship set sail.
Wow. That's gorgeous. Yeah. There's the power again. There's the power. Oh my. I'm sorry, Jackie Coons. We are right at the end and we're just finishing up with some readings right now. So my apologies to you. We got three left. All right. A reading for Vicky Petrie. Are you here, Vicky Petrie? I hope so. I know Linda's here. Norm, are you here? If you're not, we'll still see if we have an answer for you. We'll be that nice. All right. Yeah, Amanda Carroll. Oh, would you like to swing on a star? Carry moonbeams in a jar. Yeah. All right.
Ooh.
Oh, there you go, Annie. You get rid of that clutter, you get rid of all the problem, right? All right. Vicky, I don't know if you're here. I'm going to go ahead and do this. Set intentions for what you want, not what you don't want. Make sure you set those in and put them in. Find the sanctuary you need to sit and quietly contemplate those things before you set them as intentions. And then believe they will manifest. This is the hardest part. When we hold on to something and we don't let it go, then it can't come to us because it's not being released. So make sure you do that. Oh, good, Juno.
What did Juno say?
Swinging is good for circulation.
Oh, I need
Yeah.
an adult-sized seat, though.
I know, me too. But, we want to make sure that you mean swinging on a swing and not swinging.
Yes. Yes, ma'am. Okay, Vicky. Out of the past life oracle energy deck, you brought with you into this life passion and spirit connections. Archangel Uriel. Look him up and see what that's all about. But so you have the passion and you have the connections to do stuff with.
Yeah.
And then the Law of Attraction deck, I am not here to create sameness. There are as many different worlds as there are perceivers, beings, or individuals. You are not here to create one world where everyone is the same, wanting and getting the same. You are here to be that which you want to be while you allow others to be that which they want to be.
Very good. And Vicky's still here. I'm glad that you got to hear it, Vicky.
And so I pulled a gemstone, and apatite is the stone. Temporary halt. Now and then, it's good to pause in our pursuit of happiness and just be happy.
And just be happy. Oh my God. And I have a sign up here. It says happiness is a decision. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it really is. Yeah.
Sometimes we're looking for it. We forget to just do it.
That's right. That's right. Thank you, Vicky. And thank you for waiting for your reading because it's been a while. So thank you. Linda Gay Gonzalez has a channel. So she does the
Linda Day. Yes, she is awesome.
She is. She is. Yep. So we've got Linda, a message from your guide. Ooh. Oh, Linda, this is a great reading for you. And I think you do remember who you are, but it's saying, remember who you are and return to your roots. And I'm wondering if that's, should you take a trip to Yellowknife? I don't know. Anyway, there's that. And I love this card. It says gratitude. And look at this wonderful crone right here, looking up and just being grateful for what.
Wow.
Yeah. And Linda did her work. Linda was in my book club. Linda did my book club. We read a book about Akashic Records. She was the only one in the book club who tried to do that from that book and was able to get through somewhat, but then took Val's Akashic Records class, and the rest is history. So she just persevered. It's giving you the freedom that you need, Linda. And they're saying, just enjoy it. And look at this guy is on a bareback. He's on a bareback horse. He isn't in a saddle. And that is the most freeing way you can ride a horse. I don't know that I'd want to, but there you go. Yeah.
Well, I picked from the Past Lives Oracle deck, of course, for her. I picked 3 cards from there. You came in, you brought in with you and how overcoming a sense of abandonment, feelings of unworthiness and rejection. You have worked past that or are working past that, but you also brought in the fact that you are good at learning and growing. So exactly what Allie just said, and teaching it and doing that. And that you are the explorer and the traveler. And the
Even if it's here. Right.
Even if it's here, even if it's here. And I pulled a stone, and it's tanzanite, which is possibility. Linda, tell me what it is you plan to do with your one wild and precious life.
Mary, what was her name? The poet, Mary. Oh God, she just passed away a little while ago. That's what she used to say. That saying. Yeah. I hate when my old age gets in the way of remembering everything about what I want to say. But anyway.
No, that's just you have too much to say.
I have a lot of junk up there too, though. Finally, we just have Norm, who had a question. He had a lamp flickering 5 minutes 2 days ago. Can you tell me about it? The bulb wasn't loose and it didn't happen again.
Okay, so Norm, who in your life who has passed played jokes on you and did strange things? When lights flicker in my life, it's usually my dad or my brother. And they've even shown up for my sister in the same manner. It's just kind of a given. So I'm going to pull from you Talking to Heaven deck by James Von Prague.
Yeah.
So my guess is you need to go back to what you were doing when the lamp was flickering. Who were you thinking about or thereafter? And then think about them because they have a more specific message for you, or trying to make contact with you more deliberately. And if you just concentrate on that, you can get a more direct connection, so to speak. And I get, there is no such thing as death.
Beautiful.
There is no such thing as death. And I'll pick one more here for you. And it's whoever it was, you were soulmates.
Oh, and that doesn't have to be
no, it's not love necessarily. It
anybody.
just means you have traveled many lifetimes together and you've had many adventures. Yeah. Or as I told a friend of mine one time, we have known each other across time and continuum and dimension. And sometimes we fought shield to shield and sword to sword. And so we've been enemies and friends and lovers and friends.
Yeah. And that's wonderful. My brother sends me, he turns coffee pots on. And the other thing that, Mary Oliver, thank you, Amanda. My brother also was able to make an alarm clock that was battery operated, go off without a battery. So there you go. That's how good he was.
Tricky.
Anyway, well, thank you everybody for being here with Ginny and I for the last hour and 10 minutes. And I know
we covered a lot of territory.
We covered a lot. We did like, I don't know, 15 people. Yeah. And anyway. Yeah. So thank you for being here with me, Ginny. And thank you
for having me. I had a ball.
Of course. I'm going to be back tonight with Marina at 7 o'clock Pacific time. If you're interested, we're doing Story in the Cards. Otherwise, I'll see you Sunday. Everybody have a great weekend. Thank you all.
Goodbye, everyone.
Bye-bye.